Hello, and welcome back to the Various Topics Show with MattAlford. I'm your host, MattAlford, and today's episode is going to cover a very special and touching topic, Women/Mother's Day. Now, why do mothers exist in the first place? That is the question here. Sure, they are there for all types of comfort, and some of these women are an extremely tough cookie. But by the end of the day, being a mother is extremely iffy, depending on who you are. The reason I say that is because you have three different outcomes of parenting results, and depending on which choices that mothers make will determine that outcome. So everybody get some blue roses for that special lady, and men/seniors and children out there make that breakfast / or favorite dinner or something nice for that special wife/mother. And enjoy the comfort and heartwarming knowledge of my understanding with all types of women that are raising their own child, regardless if it's their own biologically or not. P.S. If you listeners out there don't have a mother, no matter what the reason is, then seek the higher power almighty above us, whether if you believe him or not, because by the end of the day, if you believe and have faith in him, he will always adore you. And he will make sure that you won't feel so alone on this special day to honor our women. All right, why is Mother's Day so special? Sure, it's a day where the world sees it as a celebration to appreciate the wonderful and adoring things that she does for us as a whole. And when I mean us, I really mean you, as a child from a third-person point of view, or POV for short, anyway. Those examples relates to such as taking care of the children, keeping the house up and running, bringing home the bread check, say if she works outside of the home or works remotely, providing rules and the consequences if those rules are said to be broken, and providing possible scenarios if say something happens at school, if they attend public or private school, whatever. Children under the age of 18 have no choice but to have some type of educational institution somewhere, regardless if they enjoy it or not. Now back to mothers. This special history relates to biological mothers from the moment that he or she's tiny little remains are being extracted from that stomach and into the cruel world we call life. By the end of the day, Higher Almighty got you and knows what's going to happen at the right moment. And if you have faith, belief, and a lot of patience, and follow the road and walk/run the path to the Almighty Kingdom's house, everything else will fall into place. Now, to my understanding, I never experienced that magical but preventable moment, and I wouldn't want to unless I know who the adornment of my living is, and we both should be on the same page about it if we even want to go through that motorcycle sidecar journey experience and raise a new form of life. Furthermore, this relates to older adolescents and watching them grow older, adapt to the higher almighty senior above us all, acknowledge their successes, and call out their rebellion and misbehavior. This also relates to the same thing if they are diagnosed with having different behavior mood swings, such as ADHD, the autism spectrum from lowest to very high, attending therapy sessions, and respecting themselves while adapting to a sinful place we call life. As for guard anthers, it's not too much of a difference, except it's the same information as previously mentioned, relating as being there for a child, providing them with food, clothing, attending events, and all that jazz. Except the massive difference is that he or she wasn't born exactly from that person or that young child. Reasons for this could involve numerous reasons, such as they were neglected, abused, either physically, emotionally, mentally, or verbally. There could have been potential drug, alcohol, prostitution, peer pressure, child abandonment, psychological issues, making bad decisions, and a big one here, a lack of financial responsibility. In order to have the funds, there has to have a plan in place to even take on the full responsibilities towards being an outstanding mother to the best of their abilities. If you are lonely on this Mother's Day or are a little down from hearing this portion during this portion in this chapter is for you. From Psalms 27, verse 1 and 2. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is a stronghold in my life, of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assail me, uttering slanders against me, my adversaries and foes, they shall stumble and fall. And this verse goes out to anybody who has been abandoned by anybody growing up. Comes from chapter John 14, verse 18. I will not leave you desolate. I will come to you. In my conclusion, now this day is beautiful, and there is a lot of mothers out there, regardless of the fact that you are the biological parent or not. Wealthy with finances, can afford fancy trips or meeting different celebrities or something or not. There are a couple of morals here. One thing that is for sure, the almighty power got you, regardless of the fact if you believe, have faith, trust in his plan, and endure a lot of patience. The second moral entails to any young girl listening to this episode. If you can't afford to have a child or didn't plan on having a newborn, then take every precaution there is so you don't get pregnant, or the best outcome for everybody is not to have sexual reproduction until you are ready, both financially and romantically stable. Plus, this is your host, Matt, and stay tuned towards the next episode about how children should have their vacation and holiday time shortened. Until next time, and adore one another, everybody. Plus, happy, joyful Mother's Day.